The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors approved an updated $37.6 billion budget on Tuesday, staving off layoffs, revising massive shortfalls and beefing up public health, restorative justice, social service and election funding with $1.5 billion more than was approved earlier in the year. But even then, we remain vigilant, said Acting Chief Executive Officer Fesia Davenport in front a relieved board, buoyed by a sort of reversal of fortune from last June. That's when, in the height of the COVID-19 battle, the county was staring at a $1 billion shortfall after months of early pandemic shutdowns. It's through belt tightening, and efficiencies and putting a freeze on all non-essential hiring and purchases and the elimination of 556 vacant positions from the budget we have been able to develop a spending plan to cover the $661.6 million deficit, Davenport said. The revised budget reflects priorities and values amplified during the public health crisis, but also propelled by social justice and social service needs that a progressive board has put at the top of its to-do list. And it's a budget that fuels spending for. It wasn't easy getting there, though. It got there through cobbling together belt tightening with unexpected funding from the state and better than expected revenues, and building on federal CARES Act money. In June, the fiscal year ended with the county having nearly $2.2 billion left in its general fund account, an even higher total than expected when June forecasts were made. It wasn't looking good, as then County CEO Sachi Hamai stared down the road at some sad numbers, notably the layoffs of 655 county employees. These were cuts that would have severely hindered our abilities at a time when we needed them most, Supervisor Janice Hahn said. The Sheriff's Department had been expected to be hardest hit with layoffs, with 457 employees in the custody division highlighted at risk during the board's last budget discussions. Sheriff Alex Villanueva has said repeatedly that he needs $400 million more than the $3.4 billion originally allocated to meet all the needs of his department, and has threatened at times to close patrol stations and make other unpopular cuts to make ends meet. Now the sheriff will not need to lay off any employees and will even be able to fill new positions, according to the calculations of the CEO's office. The sheriff will also get at least $86 million in additional funding, including for a long-awaited rollout of body-worn cameras. Some of those dollars were previously frozen by the board in an effort to push Villanueva to find ways to cut overtime and save money. Underpinning the newest version of the budget for the next year is a transformational push for restorative justice in the county. The budget includes $72 million to launch the county's Alternatives to Incarceration (ATI) initiative,